how you guys doing? It's Clip That Crow here. Let's talk about some enemies that are stacking up for Gil as he goes on his rise to the top. As of late, he's been having some back and forth between his old Gil's Arena co-star, Rashad McCants.
I mean, I've seen the chat buzzing. I've seen some clips circulating around social media. Obviously, some things you want to address. The floor is yours, sir.
I just got a question to y'all first. I mean, I can predict the answers, but just for my own collective memory bank, for knowing me for as long as y'all know me, do I look like a type of nigga that would duck smoke or quit?
Yeah.
Well,
Let's bet 100. Let's bet 100. We just did 10. Let's bet 100. Now let's bet 100. Oh, I want to bet 100. We good?
With one of the
Can you please stop? I do not want to embarrass you. I don't know why you keep putting your fucking self in it. Listen, you did what you did, and then you got fired. Don't try to justify why you got fired by doing all of this. There's a reason they turned their back on me, because they was paying Skip 4 days. You know what fucking 4 days mean? 3 football days, 1 basketball day. We only had 2 basketball days, so that means your punk ass was out. And I was standing on business, so they turned on me.
And the back and forth has been ugly, so to speak. And one of the things that has come up amongst the topics and the behind the scenes dealings was Rashad McCants' ability or inability to duck smoke. So, is he Rashad McCants a quitter or is he not? I came across a bit of information, and I think we all should just take a look at it and react to it. Is Rashad a quitter, or is he just someone that just knows when to fold them?
Things, but once you get out of jail, you're free. I'm in my sentence and I'm doing my time. Rashad Dion McCants, born September 25th, 1984. Today's features of a guy that to label misunderstood, weird, or even crazy would not be too far-fetched, and more than likely to the people that knew him, a commonality. In my opinion, the perfect case of how attitude can determine your altitude. Had he have a better one, his name and legacy could be really special in many eyes. Stories like this one really upsets me to see such great raw talent go to waste. Salute to my guy Andrea Bezino for the request. It's your boy JC Stunner Growth. Get it, man. As a basketball player, you want 2 things to happen. Have a great career where you make it to the NBA, and also have the respect of your peers, fans, and the media that covered you during your stay. I think it's safe to say McCants has maybe one of those. Although he managed to make it to the league, he went on to do some things that consistently alienated him from other players, teammates, and coaches. Because of his attitude and lack of personal responsibility, he only lasted 249 games in the league and was one of the biggest letdowns during his 4 seasons. Here's why. Stunt number 1, scoring is what I do, and all I do. Rashad is from Asheville, North Carolina. He would move to New Hampton, New Hampshire to finish his schooling. As a senior, he led New Hampton to the 2002 New England Prep School Class A Championship and was named MVP of the title game. He was also named to the Parade All-American and McDonald's All-American teams. McCants was a beast in high school and looked like a definite contributor on the next level, simply based on his stature and NBA-ready game. Although he wasn't the biggest shooting guard, he was still a really good shooter, leaper, and solid IQ player. We've seen a guy like Bradley Beal, and immediately my mind thinks of what McCants could have been if he had worked on his game more and opened his eyes and realized what position he was in. He would commit to UNC along with Raymond Felton and Sean May. Rashad stepped onto the scene at Carolina and immediately exerted his dominance. By year's end, he was the leading scorer on the team at 17.5 points a game and all ACC rookie team. I just knew he would leave as a freshman and thought his chances were really good at being a top 10 pick. But because of the disappointing year UNC had, only making the NIT, one and done wasn't really a thing then, and scouts wanting to see more from McCants, he decided to come back. But more isn't exactly what was seen. Instead, Rashad coming back for not one, but 2 more seasons only exposed the fact that while he's a solid scorer, what separates Bradley being a smaller shooting guard is his handle and ability to create his own shot. Had McCants had those attributes, he'd be an all-star, but he really did nothing else at all, not even smile, which brings me to stunt number 2, on an island. Rashad McCants was either the worst person to be around or was super paranoid because for some reason, although he had everything players dreamed of at that point, he still saw himself as the most hated guy that everyone was out to get. It made him become a loner that allowed his thoughts to control his decisions, and it led him to further isolation. As a sophomore, his scoring shot through the roof as he led the conference in scoring and this time taking his team to the NCAA tournament. That year to me was where he showed he could really play the game on the offensive end and shown some effort on defense as well. The team got to the second round but was defeated by Texas and sent home. Should he have left that season? I think he should have, but you have to understand, this just wasn't a popular thing back then. Staying at UNC was not that bad according to what he would later reveal, and also the team had a real chance of getting it done had he come back. He did, and with the addition of Marvin Williams, the Tar Heels took off and made it all the way to the NCAA championship game, where they defeated a Darren Williams Illinois team. Before that season, he was invited to practice with the USA national team, but just a few days in, was sent back home by Coach Sampson for attitude-related issues. McCants averaged 16.4 points per game that season and would leave for the NBA soon after, but with no friendships or allies seemingly intact. He was drafted by the Minnesota Timberwolves with the 14th pick. Went into a team that had KG, a young productive Ricky Davis, Wally Zerviak, who was a borderline all-star shooting 40 from 3, 48 from the field, and averaging 19 points a game. McCants didn't see much time, along with a few nagging injuries, and had a very disappointing rookie season where he played just 17 minutes a game and averaged 7.9 points. And like we mentioned earlier, nothing else at all. His second season was more of the same. Then he would finally show why he was considered one of the best in his class in his third year, averaging a career-high 14.9 points a game, shooting 40 from 3
These are
and
all
45
facts.
from the
Things
field in
being
just
said by
26
other
minutes a
people
game.
about him.
But McCants still had that attitude where he refused to get excited for his teammates, show enthusiasm, and be a good teammate on the floor and in the locker room. His father was quoted saying, "Is smiling a prerequisite to play basketball?" No, it's not, Mr. McCants, but it sure helps you build relationships with people around you and allows them to trust you as well. But this wasn't his final act of pushing people away as he Tom Hanks'd his own island. Stunt number 3, excuses, delusion, selfish, blackballed. Pick either of those and it could be attributed to Rashad McCants. For some reason, McCants thought the world was out to get him. Maybe it was the McDonald's All-American or the scholarship to a dream school in UNC, or maybe it was the national championship run in 04-05. Could have been the lottery selection to a team that could have used your scoring abilities had you have a better attitude. Something jaded McCants, and it led him to making all sorts of excuses for his locker room damaging behavior and selfish reactions. Antoine Jameson even went on to call Rashad, quote, a clown. Why, you ask? Well, you see, after being traded to the Kings, being released by the Rockets for injury reasons,
Another college teammate.
to the Cavs training camp for personal reasons, released from the Mavs training camp roster, and officially being done as an NBA player in 2010, McCants wasted no time to blast he and Jameson's alma mater UNC for fraudulent practices, which included tutors writing papers to classes that were complete cover-ups that allowed the athlete to stay eligible. Why would McCants do this? Well, according to Jameson, to get some clout, of course. Gets lonely on that island, you know. Either way, McCants' claims ultimately went nowhere, as UNC is still one of the most coveted schools that top recruits are fighting to attend, As for McCants, he never saw another NBA season, and in 2017 was last seen winning the MVP for the Big Three League after being the #1 pick in their draft. But that was expected. Dude had major talent, but because of these reasons, that talent was by some means wasted. It's your boy JC, Stunner Growth, and I'm out.
So, as you see, when Gil was asked the question from Rashad McCants himself about does he believe that he's a quitter, and Gil said yes, those are the reasons why. You can only go off a person's history, a person's background, and a person's personality traits. And the personality trait of Rashad McCants is when the going gets rough, he quits. When the money is on the line, he ducks. So it is what it is, man. Thank you for tuning in to Clip That Crow. I look forward to bring more content like this to you from my channel. Thank you for watching. Tune in, please like and subscribe.
We got one nigga on the
lying, dog.
We got one nigga that don't. We got one nigga that don't respect.
Contest and quit. He didn't want to play no more. Why y'all playing?
We got one.
I think that last one was towards me, but you asked me a question, and I said yes. And the reason I said yes is one.
It's already obvious, Gil.
No, nigga, you asked me a question. We had a what's the name match. You didn't
put it in the chat, bro. Ask him if it's obvious.
Hold on,
Joe.
I don't give a fuck what they talking about. We just gonna get to the fact. The fact was, on the rematch, you didn't want to do it. So to me, that's quitting. The second one was, you said in video games, if you win the first game.
You just made that shit up, Gil. I can't believe you would just make that shit up.
If you win the first game,
you like just made that shit up,
match, and you win the first game, you're
Brandon, you hear this nigga just make that shit up, Brandon?
Brandon, did he not say that?
Did you just hear this nigga make this shit up to try to make himself look good?
Chat, did he not say if he ever wins the first of something, he's never playing the person no more, and that's why he never wanted to shoot out again? Was that not?
We shot again, Gilbert. I beat you 10-1. I beat you 10-1, and then I beat you again.
Was that not a thing?
I beat you twice.
Wait, hold on. You asked me a question. Was that not a thing, Brandon?
Hey, yo, that was on Battle Mode, right? That was on Battle Mode. What was it?
Of course. I know what the fuck he's talking about.
What was on Battle Mode?
You did say, once I beat you, I'm not playing you no more. You did say that.
And I played him again.
No, you didn't.